doesn't seem normal. It's not normal. Some of the shit that happens all the time is not normal. It's like, what the fuck? Why is it so fucking hot? Like, it should be hot. Like, it should be just like normal hot. Like, not hell is hot, hot. It's too hot. It's really fucking weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, we do a podcast about wrestling. So let's talk about that because, it's too hot to just not talk about wrestling. Because wrestling's actually hot.
I'm just about to say that. Yeah.
Ah. So we're going to go out of all types of order because things happen, and we're going to start with Rampage.
All right.
And it started with Orange Cassidy versus I don't I don't even know who these guys are. I forget who they are every time. Is
I
these
almost called them the Blade Runners, but they're the Outrunners.
Outrunners? Yes, see, I forget because I always confuse them with the Workhorsemen, and like they're
Yeah,
nothing like them, but I just confuse them with the name.
yeah. Because they treat them like local talent. They really don't get a push like that.
Yeah,
One's named Turbo Floyd, and the other one is I want to say Truth Magnum.
yes. So they fought Orange Cassidy, and Orange Cassidy beat both of them in a handicap match. Still confused about
See?
that. I, why did they just beat their asses like that?
I, it, I don't want to be mean, but they're jobbers.
I mean, true, true.
We don't use jobber anymore, but that's what they are.
I agree.
Yeah.
So then we had the most annoying segment, which literally is okay. So okay, okay. I have to
Okay.
say this. I have to say this. It's the most annoying segment, and I swear to God, everyone who keeps lying to themselves, going, it's not the most annoying segment. It's the most over segment. Like there's people who are saying hi guys in the crowd, and like his his quarter gets like the biggest numbers. Like yeah, the people online are just like they're just mad because like they hate Jericho or something. It's like yeah, we do hate Jericho. We want him to just like go away. I almost said something else, but we want him to go away.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I disagree with the sentiment that this shit's over. Like, no. The reason I'm saying, hey guys, like that, is because they're trying to be annoying and they're trying to be a dick. If you, like, earlier today on Twitter, if you notice, I did it to, like, a mutual friend of ours and whatever. And they tried to piss her off. She almost came at me.
Yeah, and it's like it's so weird how like we like and people is like, oh, it's just the internet crowd. It's not the internet crowd. People actually don't like Jericho. We're just like tired of him. And he's just like everybody is like Dave Meltzer and all these other people are like, oh, dude, he's just shoving it down their faces, just saying, oh, this is what you hate me for. Look, see, I could get this over. And it's like, it's not getting over. Like I know a lot of AEW fans, like just pure AEW fans, are just like, I hate Chris Jericho. Like everything else about the show is, I love the show. I hate Chris Jericho. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
it's like, why are people so blinded to this one thing of just like this Jericho hate? It's a real thing. It's not bullshit. It's real. I
Hey
I
guys.
no fuck you. Fuck you.
See? That proved my point right there. I was being a dick.
It's just so annoying. I hate him. And if people keep saying, "Oh, he's doing his job," he's doing a damn fine job of making me turn the champ. That's what's happening. So
Yeah, I get checked out when like he's there. So
yeah.
yeah,
So then we had a tag team match, which I I'm still baffled at everything. Like everything about this is still has me fucking baffled because it's Roderick Strong and Gabe Kidd versus the Infantry. I have no idea why Roderick Strong and Gabe Kidd is a team. I don't even know how to even put them together as a team. They go like, oh, Forbidden Door, uh, people, and it's like, why? They have neither one of their stories intertwined with anybody that they're facing or anything. Nothing like this. it doesn't matter. Like none of this is a thing. Like none of these sections cross.
They're eventually going to have a match against each other because it seems like there's some dissension there.
Mm-hmm.
But for no reason, like I could see if Roddy was still the champion, but it would be for no reason.
Exactly. Like this. Like, and the funny thing about this is like Forbidden Door is going to be over, and then everybody's just going to go back to doing jack shit. Like no, like
Yeah,
everybody's going to be separated. It's going to be New Japan on one side, AEW's on another side. They're just separated. So it's like, okay, cool. So what was the point?
it, it would be like once in the blue type of thing, whatever. Like you're not going to see it a lot like now.
Yeah, I'm tired. Like I'm tired of it. Like if you're gonna do the Forbidden Door thing, make it make sense. Make it have a story. It's like, nah, no story.
Yep.
I hate this. I hate it so much. But Roderick Strong and Gabe Kidd beat the infantry. At least the infantry are on regular television.
Yeah. Not stuck in Ring of Honor like they were before.
Yeah. So then we finally get an announcement on television about the Brody Lee sneakers, which is really cool. They have sneakers dedicated to
Yeah.
Brody Lee. Yeah,
I'm
that's
just about
awesome.
to say I like them. I'm not a sneakerhead, but I like them.
Yeah, that was awesome. Then something happened that like once again proves that like some of the AEW criticism is valid. We have ELP versus AR Fox. And 100% like this was taped last week. This was taped completely last week. Nobody, even the people in the crowd, knew that this was for the qualifier for the TNT ladder match.
Honestly, like even reading like the little bit of spoiler, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even know.
Dude, and it was so funny because like one of my friends, she was talking about Forbidden Door because she doesn't watch AEW at all. And she was literally just asking me, like, listen, what's this? What's this? And what's this? And we were going down a ladder match like last week. And she was like, so you mean to tell me that there's no New Japan people in this ladder match? I was like, no. And then come to find out that ELP is in the ladder match at the last minute with no hype, no anything. They didn't even talk about it on Dynamite that this would be for the ladder match. It was like the fuck. It,
Yeah, it should have been more even out. Like it's 6 people, correct?
mm-hmm.
Should have been like 3 AEW people, 3 New Japan people. Like that's booked all like weird.
But it goes back to the thing that I've been saying since this Forbidden Door build started. AEW has ravaged New Japan to the point where this doesn't even make sense anymore. Like you have to go all out of the box and everything is weird. And I've heard so many people say this bill for Forbidden Door is so weird. It doesn't make sense. It's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, because all of the good pieces are in AEW right now. So there's no real, oh my God, we need to see this person from New Japan. We need to see this person from New Japan. They're all in AEW. So what do you need to see them for? It's, it's just ridiculous.
I'll be surprised if Tony take more people too.
Oh, we're
Not trying
going
to jinx that, but for real.
no. I'm going to get to that because I have we're going to get to that in a few. So
Okay.
we have Diana Perazzo, and she's talking about how she's going to beat Hikaru Shida for her match in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So then we have Dalton Castle versus Shingo Takagi, and of course Shingo was going to beat him because Shingo has a match with Bryan. So there was no way in hell Dalton Castle would
What was the purpose of it? Like it was a fun little match, but what was the purpose of it?
Here's the weird part about this. It's the same purpose of the same match that they had last week with Shingo Takagi. It's just so people can get familiar with Shingo Takagi. But you had a match with him last week, and he beat the shit out of somebody. And they're like, okay, we're gonna do it again, and we're just gonna have him beat Dalton Castle. And it's like, but
Okay.
yeah, it's just like we know who he is. It's like there was no surprise.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. So then we get to the main event, which was Sky Blue versus Queen Aminata. And of course, they're best friends, so they do what best friends do: beat the dog shit out of
Beat
each
the
other.
fuck out of each other.
Yes, that shit was that shit was so cool. And Queen Aminata got the win, which I did not expect at all.
Same. Same.
And here's like what the part is like that really blew my mind was like, so Queen Aminata gets the win, and Sky Blue attacks her after the match. And Red Velvet comes out to help Queen Aminata because Red Velvet and Queen Aminata on Ring of Honor are becoming like a team. But the thing that bothered me was they ran off Sky Blue, and Sky Blue doesn't have any help because Julia Hart is still injured.
Yeah.
So it was weird. It's like, why did they do this? And like, Julia Hart's not going to be back for a while. So that was just like, oh, okay, that was kind of weird.
Like I read that they're supposed to be kind of sort of a team in Ring of Honor, but did they point that out on television? Like I didn't like notice.
Actually, to their credit, I'm going to give them credit. They did actually say they are a team, and they actually showed video proof of, oh, this is what happened on Ring of Honor. They came in and like, hey, hey, hey. I'm like, oh, cool. Like they
Okay.
showed it.
Cool.
Yeah. Cause like the thing is I've seen it pop up on my timeline of them being a team and like them helping each other out. I was like, oh, okay, cool, they're a thing. I didn't do any more. That was the surface level of it. And when they put it on TV, I was like, oh, now at least everybody gets to see it. So
Yeah, at
good on them.
least they did that. If they didn't do that, I would be kind of mad. So at least that's good.
Yeah, AEW is learning. They're learning.
Yeah,
Like they haven't fixed everything, but they're learning.
yeah.
So then we get Orange Cassidy and Ishii versus Shane Hayes and Robbie Eagles. Once again, this makes no fucking sense. None at all. Like, none at all. Because Ishii has no beef with Shane Hayes. Has no beef with Shane Hayes. And Robbie Eagles is a junior. Has no place in there at all. And they're just they're just beefing. And it's like, okay, this makes no sense. And the only sense that this makes out of the whole thing is TMDK represents Zach. And to be honest, you could have went without any of that and just had Robbie Eagles versus Orange Orange Cassidy. That would have been fine. It'd have been like, oh, it's a one on one, somebody from TMDK versus Orange Cassidy. Boom, that's fine. Nope, we're just gonna go all weird with it. Like, okay.
Give them a little bit more bail on that. I want to
Mm-hmm.
say it was last week, the week before.
Mm-hmm.
Like Orange Cassidy kind of had like a face to face with like all the TMDK. At least I believe it was all of them. Like quite a number of like people in the ring, and then
Mm-hmm.
Ishii came out to like for the save and whatever. So that explains it a little bit,
Wait,
not too
but
much, but yeah.
wait. If you want to say that, in that same exact thing, we had Roderick Strong in the Kingdom and Gabe Kidd and Kyle O'Reilly. They were all in that whole thing where it was so fucking confusing. It was that was all
Oh
in the same.
yeah,
This was all in the same thing. So it's like, yeah, it's like it's still confusing. And then while the
yeah.
match
That
is going,
explains that a little bit.
dude, but then while the match is going on, they go, okay, we're making sense out of something that still has no sense to be made because it's the House of Black, Private Party versus Ishii and Kyle O'Reilly versus Gabe Kidd and Roderick Strong. And it's like, Oh,
I don't get
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's just that little interaction sped off into these couple of matches. And then if they sped off into these matches, why didn't you just have Ishii with Kyle O'Reilly instead of Ishii with Orange Cassidy? Because they're a tag team and they're going to be on 0 Hour. So none of this made sense. It's just like the randomest shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's just like it is so baffling. It just this build to Forbidden Door, and I swear to God, I hate everyone that keeps saying, no, it's great, it's great, it's great. It's like, no, you're just saying that because you're just a diehard AEW fan and not pointing out the flaws. And it's like, this is this is always the worst pay-per-view of the year. Like is and I don't mean as in like the show itself. The show is great. The build to this pay-per-view is always the worst. It has always been and it always will be the worst. Like once you get to the show, it's like, oh, the show is great. The build to this show is worse than any build of any show throughout the year. This is a bad show. Like this is a bad show to
Want to know
build.
how great the build was? Let me tell you how great the build is.
Yes.
I totally forgot that the pay per view was this weekend and whatever until a friend of mine that's a streamer and whatever actually told me. I'm like, oh shit, it's this week? Oh, fuck.
See, is that bad?
Like, you didn't even remind me. Like, it was a fucking, like, dude on fucking, like, Twitch. They told me about it. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, like I knew because we were gonna do this predictions after this.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, yeah, no, this is good. So then they play a Hangman promo. And so this Hangman promo, he's angry and he's like putting his life back together, but he's still Dark Hangman. And so I'm still going with my theory of Hangman is the to be announced. I'm still going with that. I'm still going with
Yeah, me
Hangman.
too.
But somebody said, what if it's Christian? What if Christian is the TDA? And at first I was like, that makes no sense. And then they pointed out, remember, Christian was the one that the Bucks picked to go against Swerve. I was like, oh yeah, they're friends. And also, if Christian beats Jeff Jarrett, he becomes like the instant most hated bad guy because everybody wants Jarrett to win because of the Owen thing. But also
Yeah.
that puts that puts Christian face to face with Jay White, which is a 1-on-1, which leads to them in their 6 man match. And it's like, okay, all of this makes sense. Like all of this makes
It
sense.
does.
Like it could be either Christian or it could be fucking Hangman. Either one is just like totally plausible for a story. Because like,
I wanted Hangman, but now you sold me a fucking Christian. Wow.
and the funny part about that, there's like one more person that it could be, and that like that would shock everybody, but it would also make perfect sense. Because what if they bring back Sammy Guevara? Because he hasn't been around.
True.
See, like it's so many variables that it's like, oh, all of this stuff works. Like you can have this, and this. So at this point, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with whoever. I don't know, but we'll we'll see next week.
Yeah.
So then we had a learning tree promo. Well, not a promo. They were walking backstage and they seen some guy getting his wrist tape, and they said, "You should have your wrist tape 3 times." Okay, whatever. And then they go in the trainer's room, and he said, "You always steal a tape from the trainer's room because it's free." And then Brian Keith does the best thing ever. He steals the whole box.
I swear people actually do that too.
No, they do. That's actually a unwritten rule in wrestling. They do that.
Oh, okay.
So then we had Stephanie McKeer versus Lady Frost. And so she's getting ready to face Lady Frost, and then Mercedes Monet comes up. And there was one thing that I hated about this match. One thing I totally hated about this match. So
What?
Lady Frost is on the ropes, and Stephanie Becerra gives her a dragon screw, and the referee grabs his leg and goes, "Ow!" He's like, "Wow!" And it's like, dude, I fucking hate you. Like that referee in Bryce Remsburg gets on my fucking nerves. Like he literally just grabs his leg and just starts hopping around like, "Oh my god, ow, that hurt me!" And it's like, you're not in this match. You're just some dude. You're not in this match. What the fuck are you doing? You're literally stealing the attention from the fucking wrestlers to you. What are you doing? I hate when he does that.
Yeah, he's way dramatic. Like, need to chill.
Yeah. And shout out to Lady Frost for being on Quiz Ball on Fox. Her and her husband and her family were on Quiz Balls. She lost, but she was on the show.
Yeah, at least he was on it. Shit.
Yeah. So Stephanie Becerra gets the win. Of course she does because she's facing Mercedes. And after the match, her and Mercedes have a stare down, and Stephanie Becerra gets out the ring and she puts her hands up and goes, "Hey, listen, everything's fine." And then Mercedes gets attacked by Zeuxis, which is Stephanie Becerra's tag partner. And then they beat down Mercedes and leave her alone.
Question. Are
Answer.
they the current tag team champions or are they the former tag team champions? Because they keep like referring to that. Like Nigel, I swear at one point he said that Stephanie is like like if she wins this, she'll be a quad champion or something.
Yes, because she has two titles. She has the CMLL tag titles, and I think she has another CMLL title. And so she has three titles so far, and she'll have four. So
Okay.
so we know that she's not winning. She's going to be a two champ. So here's the
Yeah,
thing,
I
though.
was thinking that too. But
Remember when I said that Tony would be stealing people? Stephanie McCarr is going to be the
yeah,
person he tries to steal. It's going to be her.
I see that.
Yeah, she's gonna be one of the people. And there's others that's coming up later on in the night, but it's like she definitely is going to be one of the people that he's going to try to steal within this year. Her contract is going to come up, and she's going to be nope, she's stolen. So
The other young lady too, her tag team partner, Zuski, I think you said her name.
yes, Zeus yes, she's going to get
Yeah.
stolen too. So then we have Penta and Phoenix, and they're talking, and Teton comes up, and Teton challenges them to a match. The match has already been signed that they advertised on Dynamite. And then Hiromu comes up, and Hiromu is speaking in pure English, which like it fucked me up. Not because he was speaking in English, but he was speaking in English to two Spanish guys. The dad was like everybody. I know everybody knows. Yeah,
And he speaks Spanish.
yes. It was so funny because like Hiromu spent time in Mexico as Kamatachi. Like he was in Mexico for a while, and it's like, okay, yeah, he does know Mexico, and he's part of Los Ingobernables. So he knows it, but the fact that he was just like speaking English to be a dick was just so weird to me. It's like, why is he doing this?
I'm so happy. So happy.
And then they say that their partner is Mystico. Mystico is going to be partners of Penta and Phoenix. So,
Match is gonna be good, I think.
oh, it's going to be really good, but also I feel like Mystico is going to wind up being in AEW very soon.
That too. But
So,
side note, you know
mhm,
how you always like for certain segments, like you always say like, "Oh, I saw it on Twitter, or I saw it here, I saw it there, and whatever."
mhm.
I actually saw this on Instagram.
See, because that's why it made no sense because like the match was announced on Dynamite, so like this didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Like it was so weird.
like they should do like what WWE does sometimes, where like
Mm-hmm.
something happened and like you'll see in the corner like earlier in the day, earlier in the week,
Mm-hmm.
something like that, and
Yeah,
let you know that it didn't happen that night.
exactly. So then we get Serena Deeb, and she wins very quickly to local talent. And then she says, I'm waiting for somebody to match my freak. And so Riho comes out, and this was very shocking because Riho just came out of nowhere. It was like, all right, I'm going to face Serena Deeb. Okay. The fuck?
I feel like Rio is the AEW version of the Undertaker. He wrestles like one
Yes.
time a year.
Hmm. She just pops in, pops the number, and then leaves. And she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we had a Jericho promo, and somebody was going to the bathroom, and he asked them, did they wash their hands? But the whole time, he's standing in front of the soap that's outside of the bathroom. Sure, that made sense. Good. Good on Jericho. Like, man, this is just annoying as hell. So then they go to the production meeting room and they get jumped by Joe, Shibata, and Hook. And they beat their ass all the way to the ring. And then they get to the ring and Jeff Cobb shows up. And Jeff Cobb lays out everybody and stands face to face with Samoa Joe, which is exactly what I wanted. But they're doing it in a 6-man match with Jericho. Boom.
Eventually they'll like have their one on one.
They better. They fucking better.
Two-part question though, right?
Two-part answer.
Jeff Cobb is the current TV champion, or like
Yes.
he did he lose it?
He's the current TV champion.
Okay. Assuming the fact by the time they have their match and
Mm-hmm.
like Jeff is still the champion, whatever. If Joe were to beat him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does he go back to being the king of television? Because remember that was a thing.
Listen, I would hope so, because that means
Because
that
I kind of like that.
Samoa Joe will be going to New Japan, which is exactly what I want. So yeah, I'm all for that.
That
Hopefully
would be
that
cool.
happens. But that it's Tony, so you know.
I know.
So then we get Orange Cassidy, who is literally falling apart. This is how you know he's falling apart because Orange Cassidy usually just says nothing, and he just like was so angry. He was like, "Listen," he was like, "I watched." He was like, "I watched Zach's match. I was out there for him. I watched the match. Like he doesn't even take me serious, so he didn't even watch my match." And Zach said, "Darling, I do take you serious. I think that you're a credible threat, and I will love to face you." And Orange Cassidy was like, he got angry, but the whole time Zach never said anything bad. Zach literally said, I wanted to face you because last year you won the match, and I feel like we can make magic together. And he just was like still angry.
I feel like this man's about to snap and then fucking gimmick change, which I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
I don't know either, but I want to see him snap. But I can't wait to that match because like that's one of the matches at Forbidden Door that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
So then we get a match for somebody who will probably be coming to AEW soon. Also, Hechicero. Hechicero beat
I was
Anthony
thinking that.
Henry. Yep, he's definitely coming to AEW. So he beats Anthony Henry in like seconds, and that's the thing. So then we have Christian. Christian is talking about how he's going to beat Jay White and the rest of the Bang Bang Gang. And Jay White comes out and they just start talking shit. They literally call fucking Mrs. What is her name? Mrs. Wayne. Mrs. Wayne a
Yeah.
dinosaur. They call her a dinosaur and they talk shit about Nick Wayne. And Christian is pissed off, but the Bang Bang Gang are heels here. The fuck?
Yeah, like that was really fucking weird. And like Kill Switch like wanted to defend them, whatever. Like it really was. They're the faces. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird. So then we had Butcher versus Daniel Garcia, the Battle of Buffalo, because they're both from Buffalo. They both got a nice pop. Daniel Garcia won, and after the match, Butcher was gonna roll out, and he was like, "No, no, come back, come back." He got back in the ring. He held his hand up. That was that was kind of awesome.
Yeah. You think he's going to become a face after this?
Oh, Daniel Garcia is already a face.
No, no, Butcher.
I, to be honest, if he wrestled more, I would say yes. But like he wrestles so sporadically, I have no idea.
Yeah. Was Blade there? Like I didn't like remember. I don't remember seeing him.
No, it was just Butcher. It was just Butcher.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
then they go back and they interview Will Ospreay, and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna have to face Daniel Garcia for the title." And he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." And Don Callis and the Don Callis family comes up, and he's like, "Hey, you want us to go out there with you?" He's like, "No, no, I'm good. I don't need you guys to go out there with me. You know what? I don't want you to go out there with me on Sunday." He's like, "Okay." Did you notice something? Did you notice
What?
something about this? Kyle Fletcher doesn't have his Ring of Honor television championship
Oh yeah.
because he lost it to Atlantis Jr. in CMLO.
Wow. So they gave the television championship to like someone not in the company yet.
Yes, yes, but here's the downside with that. Every good thing
Okay.
has a downside because Mystico got jumped by Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho is gonna face Mystico. And for everybody that's like, "Oh my god, like you guys don't really hate Jericho, you're not angry." I saw CMLL Lucha like Twitter blow the fuck up when Chris Jericho showed up. It was like, "Oh my god, why the fuck is he here? Jesus Christ, like make it in. Why does he have to come here?" Like they were so angry. Like I've never seen so many people just get so angry. Like, and I seen like just one lucha dude just like totally he went into Spanish angry mode. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, yeah, people actually hate Jericho.
You know that's long term storytelling, but not in a good way.
Yeah, from WWE.
Yeah, with Chris Jericho dressed up as Sin Cara. I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
who he beat up. It might have been Sin Cara himself, and like beat somebody up.
Exactly. But yeah, like AEW and CMLL is now a thing.
Yeah, until they kill it.
Yeah, which is this is how it starts. It starts with the back and forth, and then AEW starts taking people, and then CMLL is nothing more. So back to that thing, the promo, Roosh comes up, and Roosh grabs Don Callis. So are they becoming the family? Family?
Yep,
Like I feel
I
bad for
100%
Roosh.
think so.
Like I feel really bad for Roosh. I don't want this for him.
I don't want it for none of them. Like fucking Trent should be solo.
Yep.
At the very
So
least, with fucking Stokely, that will make a nice thing. Like Stokely has his own
mhm,
squad.
I would go for that.
The reason I say this is because like Chris is there and they're
Hmm.
friends.
Yeah, which that should be a thing.
Yeah.
So then we had Jack Perry, and Lexi's telling him about the six man that he's in. And he's like, "I'm not doing it because I'm elite." And then Christopher Daniels was like, "Nah." He's like, "You're doing this." He's like, "I don't care what you said. You're doing it, so you're fine." He's like, "Ah, fuck it." So
I think
he's
he
doing it.
also said he was gonna take him out the match if he didn't.
Yeah, he was gonna find him and take him out the match. But he's like, ah, fuck it, I'll do it. So then we had the returning Hikaru Shida versus Diana Purrazzo. And Hikaru Shida beat Diana Purrazzo to move on. But after the match, Diana Purrazzo attacked Hikaru Shida. Now, I feel like this was done for a reason.
Okay.
Because Diana Purrazzo, I mean, not Diana, Hikaru Shida is going to face whoever wins between Mariah May and Saraya. And we both know it's going to be Mariah May. So it would give Mariah May this advantage. But then Linda Rosa came out to help Hikaru Shida, which I thought their feud was done, but apparently it's not done.
They need a bloodier match, I guess.
I guess so. So then we had more of the Jarrett promo about the Owen Hart Cup tournament, which just really tugs on your heartstrings. Like
Yeah.
it makes you feel something like, damn, like we want him to win, but whoever the wild card is going to screw him over.
It actually brought me back to like when it actually happened, like in his like reaction. Like I want to say it was like a Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it reminded me of that. Like he cried just like that.
Yep. So then we had Barefoot, feet for free again. Tony Storm standing on glass, talking about her thighs are cinder blocks and how she's going to beat Mina Shirakawa. Once again, here it is. AEW is probably going to try to steal Mina Shirakawa.
Yeah, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, once they start stealing these people, next year's Forbidden Door is going to be even lamer because nobody's going to want to see half the people that's there. Be like, oh, well, all of those people are gone. They're already in AEW. We get to see them every week. Okay, cool. We don't care.
Like eventually, you're gonna like run out of people to work with. AEW, that is.
I mean, they're going to pretend that everything is fine and be like, hey, we can work with this company and this company and this company. But look, we're helping out this company, this company, and this company, but they're still stealing people from the company.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. So then we have the sixth person, which is Dante Martin, Leo Rush, Mark Briscoe versus Takeshita, ELP, and Jack Perry. And the match goes exactly how you think it would go. Jack Perry and them team win. Then after the match, everybody fights over the belt. And Mark Briscoe sets up a ladder and holds up the belt, throws it down to the guys, and then he jumps on the guys. And that ended the segment.
I swear, like somebody actually got fucked up.
It was Takeshi because like Takeshi was holding his head, was like, "Ow, my head." So yeah, he got fucked up. But then we went to the last thing that would happen on Collision, the weigh-in. It was they weighed in Will Ospreay, and then Swerve came out with West Side Gun, EJ Aduka, and some other people. It was like, okay. And Swerve stands up there and he gets weighed in. And then Ospreay tells him he's gonna beat him for the title. And then Swerve once again says something about Ospreay's wife and kids. And Ospreay just loaded up and hit him with a hidden blade and knocked Swerve clean the fuck out.
That's what the fuck you get.
Yeah, because he keeps telling you stop fucking mentioning his wife and kids. Fucking knocked your teeth down your throat. That was your fault.
Yep. Like you
Like,
get one warning. Like fuck that shit.
mm-hmm. And because go home math, it feels like he's losing. It feels like he's losing. But
Hmm.
but we'll get to that when we get to our prediction because
Yeah.
we're going to talk about SmackDown, which emanated from Madison Square Garden. And
Already a fucking banger just for that note.
yes, but it was kind of somber. Well, not kind of somber. It was hella somber because Sika, Roman Reigns' dad, passed away, and that was sad. And Sika is from the Wild Samoans, and they have been in Madison Square Garden a million times, and it just felt sad. It felt sadder than normal sad.
Yeah.
And then you start off with the bloodline. They pull up, they come in, and they get out the car in this God and Solo. They get out the car and they come out with Paul Heyman. And Paul's like, hey, where's Jacob Fatu? This is supposed to be his anointing ceremony. Like, where's he at? And Solo just straight up lies and goes, Paul, he's not coming. I took your warning. He's not going to show up tonight. And Paul was like, oh, thank God. All right. And they start to walk out. And literally, as they're going to walk out, a car pulls up and Owen, it's Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Cody. And they just beat the dog shit out of God and Solo.
Yeah. Kevin Owens at one point did a fucking swanton through the fucking table. Like, fucking crazy.
It's funny because like every time they're in the garden, he always goes out of his fucking way to do something crazy.
Yep.
And shout out to Facade, which is a rapper. I mean, not a rapper, a wrestler. And we've known him for years. Facade took a RKO. Then he got on social media with a neck brace this morning saying, yeah, that was me. I took an RKO. And I was like, yeah, like that's fun.
Oh, the neck brace though? Like, he didn't hurt that much.
Nope. So Cody starts talking, and Cody was talking about he's just talking about fighting and talking about beating their ass. And he said something. I forgot what he said, but it was something about a world title. And Randy Orton is looking at Cody and he licks his lips. And it's like, it's slowly starting to happen. Slowly starting to happen.
They keep hinting at it.
Yep, it's going to happen. He's going to get him after all of this is over.
Yep.
So then they kick out Cody, Randy, and Kevin and like, all right, guys, you got to get the hell out of here. And they make them get in the car. They get in the car and they leave. And it's like, okay, they're done. So now what? And wish we could say that was it, but there's more. So we get Tiffy time, and it's Tiffy versus Candace versus Jade. Winner goes in the Money in the Bank. Nia comes out, and Bianca comes out. And they're both out there, and it's just like, okay, this is how they're going to cost somebody the match. But Bianca and Nia wind up fighting and leaving, and Indy pops up out of nowhere, hits Jade, and knocks Jade out, and Tiffy winds up getting the win because of Indy.
I was wondering where Indy was at the whole time.
I don't know, but the funny part is like this seemed like it was just like way out of left field. Like she helped Candace, and like you're like, oh, that's it. She helped Candace, blah blah blah. There was more to the story. And it's
Yep.
like, oh, okay, then this makes sense. This makes perfect sense. And then we had Naomi and Bailey, and they were talking, and then Blair Davenport came up, and she was like, Bailey, she's like, don't worry because I'm gonna win Money in the Bank, and I'm gonna take your title. Oh, okay. So
If you say so.
yeah, so Mia Yim, she's in Nick Aldis's office, and she's like, yo, I want to fight Nia Jax. Even though Mia Yim has a street fight this week on NXT, she wants to fight Nia Jax. So the Street Profits show up and they're like, hey, we want tag team title shots. And then Pretty Deadly show up and say, hey, we're here too. And Nick Aldis says, you know what? Next week I'm going to have a match between you two. Okay. So that's the thing for next week.
Yes, boy.
You know what's funny? Like, they revealed half of the card for next week, and it's just like a tag team wet dream next week.
Yep.
So then we have LA Knight versus Santos Escobar and Logan Paul. And Logan Paul comes out, and Logan Paul brings out somebody from the Indiana Pacers who beat the Knicks, and somebody from the Knicks was in the crowd. And they were going back and forth saying little things to each other, and the dude from the Indiana Pacers was going to punch somebody with brass knuckles, but the guy from the Knicks stopped him. Now, all of this would have been great because LA Knight won. But here's the thing: all of this would have been great,
Mm-hmm.
but because it's on Fox and people start saying "fuck Indiana" or "fuck the Pacers," they start blacking it out. Like this was a moment that should have been on ESPN, but because they kept blacking it out on Fox, you couldn't see shit, and they had to edit it out. WWE, the wrestlers, the backstage producers, everybody at WWE was fucking pissed. They're like, this was a great moment that should be on ESPN, should be everywhere. And because of Fox, we can't use it. Like they're blacking out the fucking feed. Like they're so pissed off at the way Fox is censoring shit. They're like, we can't wait to get off of Fox.
Yeah, because USA, where Raw
Mm-hmm.
is currently, they like censor shit, but they mute it. They don't fucking like black out the screen. They'll black it out if they really need to, like what I mean, like a wardrobe malfunction or whatever. But they don't black it out like that. At least
Mm-hmm.
not to, like the way I notice it.
Yeah, they don't, and then that's what's fucked up. Is like that. That's crazy, but yeah, they were
Yeah,
pissed off.
me too.
So
Shit.
then we go to the back and we see Solo, and Solo and Paul are talking, and Paul's like, "Yo, I'm glad that you didn't bring Jacob Fatu," and Solo goes, "No, Paul, we're still having the ceremony tonight, and I'm bringing Jacob." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm bringing Jacob."
No, he didn't. He didn't tell me that Jacob was coming.
What did he say?
He said something like he said we're still having a ceremony, but like it was something to the effect of Paul would have to fucking like acknowledge him or whatever. Not in those words, but something like that. But thus far, like he didn't know Jacob was there yet. Like he found out when everybody else found out.
I actually thought he did say that.
Yeah. Look,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think Paul would go out there if he fucking like knew he was out there.
No, remember he's the tribal chief. He's the person in charge. Like he has to do what he has to do. Like you can't do anything else. The tribal chief tells you to do it. You have to do it.
Do you though?
I mean, you don't really. So then we had a backstage thing with Mello, Bartender Cabron, and Apollo Cruz. and they're going back and forth, and Melo's excited because he's in Money in the Bank, and the other two are just like, yeah, well, we're here too, but whatever, fuck you.
Totally, they were going to become a tag team.
I I hate the fact that they are because like they've done multiple things together and they're going to do more together. So I
Yeah.
hate that.
Didn't
So
they? I vaguely remember they started out together, right?
together as a tag team?
No, no, no. Like they came in like the company together more or less, like around the
Oh yeah,
same
no,
time.
yeah, they did. They came in
Yeah,
right around the same time on NXT.
yeah.
So we had an Andrade video package where he's speaking Spanish or English with English subtitles.
It was cool. Same vein as like Shinsuke Nakamura. Like you wanted them to do with him.
Yep. So then we had a three-way: Blair Davenport versus Naomi versus Indy Hartwell. And going into this, it's like, oh, Blair's winning, Blair's winning, Blair's winning. Nope. Jade comes out, fucks with Indy Hartwell, and Blair Davenport is already knocked out. Indy goes back in the ring. She gets hit with the rear end from Naomi. One, two, three. Naomi's moving on. That was a shock. I'm not mad that Naomi's in it, but I just didn't think she was going to win it. That's the funny.
And at least Blair didn't take the fall. So
Yes. So Blair's still strong, and now she could just attack Bailey and become number one contender.
yep, just that simple.
Yep. So then we had DIY, and they're getting a tag team title shot next week. And Austin Theory comes up, and Johnny's trying to talk to Austin Theory, but the whole time Ciampa's just looking at that title belt. And Johnny's trying to tell Theory that last week you got hit because Grayson Waller pulled you in front of him. It's like you need to realize that Grayson Waller doesn't care about you. He just keeps fucking with, and it's just at that moment, like you can see it in Austin Theory's face. He's like, you know what? He might be right. But Grayson Waller comes out of nowhere and attacks Johnny and Ciampa. And Austin Theory pulls Grayson Waller off of Johnny Gargano. He's like, we got to get out of here. It's like, you can see it right there. You're like, oh,
They're
oh,
definitely not on the same page.
yeah. Because like now it's like, oh, he cares about Johnny because Johnny's actually telling him like, yo, this is what's up. Look, your man doesn't fuck with you. He's like, yeah, you know what? He doesn't. It is like
That
that.
is the way to go.
Yes. And next week they have a tag team title match, which is yeah, they have a tag team title match, and then we have also the women's title, not title match, women's tag team match, which is Jade and Bianca versus Candice and Indy. And also,
No, they didn't do that match yet.
no, they had that match. This is a non-title match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we also get Pretty Deadly versus Street Profit. So yeah,
Bunch of tag teams, like you said.
yeah, it's fucking awesome. So then we have the anointing ceremony, and Paul Heyman starts to cut the promo, and Solo just holds out his hand. And Paul is looking at him like, wait, what? That's what Roman used to do. And he gives him the microphone, and he just calls out Jacob Fatu, who has pyro and actually good music for once.
Yep.
So Paul
Paul had
Heyman
the
just,
fucking fear of God in his face.
I was just about to say that. He looks so scared. He's so like tears are in his eyes are red, and Paul is just in pure fear. Like Jacob comes out, he comes in a ring, and Solo tells them to put their ones up. He asks Tama, acknowledge me. Tama tells Solo he loves him and acknowledges him. He asks Tangaloa. Tangaloa says, I love you and I acknowledge you. He asks Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu says, I love you and I acknowledge you. So Paul is standing there and he goes, Paul, I want you to acknowledge me. And then, like, before he can say anything, he taps Tonga. Tonga gives him the bag, and it's the bag with the lei. He wants Paul to put the lei on him and tell him he acknowledges him. And Paul,
That was deep.
dude, it was so deep. And Paul just says, Solo, I love you, but I don't acknowledge you. And that crowd popped. Like they popped huge.
Yep.
They and Solo gave him the Samoan spike, and Paul went down and he sold it. And then, just like his daddy, the Tongan kid, Jacob Fatu, hit the Samoan headbutt off the top rope on Paul. And then they took him outside and they picked Paul Heyman up for the Shield power bomb in New York and laid him the fuck out.
Mind you, all this happened with the whole Sika thing too, so that makes it extra bad.
Yes. And all all I could think of, all I could think of was when Roman comes back, that's gonna be the hugest fucking pop. The hugest pop.
Absolutely.
Dude, that's gonna be so awesome. Cause I'm wondering how they're gonna do it because I know like now they're gonna push it back a little bit, and I hope that they push it back until SummerSlam because
That's what I think's gonna happen.
we just like we were originally going to get this at Money in the Bank, but now because of Sika passing, I think they're gonna push it back a little bit to SummerSlam,
Yeah.
and we get Solo versus Cody at SummerSlam, and we go from there.
hmm Maybe like halfway the match, Roman's like music hits, and then like the distraction will cause Solo, and then Roman shows up, and then they start to brawl to end the
No,
show.
no, no. I don't want it like that. I want it that Cody beats Solo. He beats him, just beats him. One, two, three. With all of the bloodline distractions, everything, Cody somehow pulls it off. Like imagine Cody just pulls it off. Like Solo's supposed to be the chosen one. Even with all of these distractions from this new bloodline, you still can't stop Cody. And he's pissed off. And he's just like wrecking the fucking ring. And Cody's out. And Cody's walking up the aisle. And Roman's music hits. And Roman walks past Cody. And he just looks at him. And they just have this stare off for like a few seconds. And then Roman walks to the ring. And that's it. That's it. It's on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. So that's the thing. So
Yeah.
let's go to the predictions for Forbidden Door.
All right.
So in the six-person match, we have Los Ingobernables, Yotasuji, Titan, Hiromu versus the Lucha Brothers, Pinta and Phoenix in Mexico. Who you got here?
Lucha Bros because they're AEW.
You know what? I was gonna say the same thing. I was definitely gonna be like, "Yep, this is the Lucha Bros."
Yep.
So Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe versus Willow Nightingale and Tom Nakano. Who do you have in this match?
Technically, that's 3-on-1 because you got to count on fucking Stokely. So,
Yes.
like, Chris Statlander and Momo's gonna win.
Okay. So here's the thing, right?
Hmm?
If that happens and Chris Statlander wins, then Willow is definitely beating her on the one on one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So then we also have Mariah May versus Saraya. And we both agree on this. It's Mariah
Yeah, we've been established that. Yeah.
May. Yes. So then we have the tag team four way House of Black versus Ishii and Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong, Gabe Kidd, and oh my God, is that Private Party?
I don't care about this match, so I'm just gonna randomly say House of Black.
Okay, I'm going with Ishii and Kyle O'Reilly for no reason.
Yeah.
So then we have the AEW TNT ladder match. Takeshita, Mark Briscoe, Jack Perry, Dante Martin, Leo Rush, El Fantasmo. Who do you got in this?
I'm probably gonna surprise you because you probably think I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna go with Leo Rush.
Okay, I am actually surprised because I'm still sticking with Jack Perry.
Yeah, that's what I would initially went with, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for some odd reason, I think he's gonna get screwed.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be one of those things because, like like when he came back, he screwed the. I was about to say he screwed the elite, but he helped the elite, so he's gonna get screwed the same way
Okay.
in the ladder match. Yeah.
So then we have the learning tree, Chris Jericho and Big Bill with Jeff Cobb versus Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata.
Please be a fucking Joe Guns. I'm
Listen,
gonna go with that.
listen. I'm going with Joe Guns too because if he beats Jeff Cobb, we can have the CV title match. So yeah, I'm going with Joe Guns.
Yes.
So then we have Timeless Tony Storm versus Mina Shirakawa for Mariah May in the world title.
Tony's winning
Mm-hmm.
only to further the whole like eventual breakup between her and Mariah.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So then we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy. Who do you got in this match?
One of them, like, okay, like I forgot the storyline. Like, one of them has not beat the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which one is it? Because like
Zach has not beat Orange Cassidy.
Zach's gonna win, and then like to further that, like we pointed out, it seemed like Orange is like about to snap.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be his breaking point.
Okay. Listen, I totally agree with you because also Zach is going in the G1, and I hope Zach wins the G1. So I
Hmm.
want him to win this match. But if he loses to Orange Cassidy, that furthers that conspiracy theory of AEW has to win all the time.
Yep.
Because like he should like Zach should win, and Orange should like go crazy. But if they don't, then it's just gonna be like, oh well, AEW wins all the time.
Yeah. Because don't get me wrong, I like Orange, but as for the storyline, it makes sense for him to lose.
Dude, that's how much we like Orange. We want him to lose for the further storyline. So yeah, we do like Orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then they have MJF versus Hechicero. I
MJF's
am
definitely winning.
Yeah, it wasn't even a question. MJF was going to win.
Yeah.
So then we have Moxley versus Naito. I know who I want to win, but I
Yeah,
don't know who's
yeah, because
going to
that's a
win.
two-part question.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Naito.
I want Naito to win, but I've heard so many people make a case for like, oh, Moxley should win because he's bringing prestige to the belt. He doesn't even defend the fucking belt. Like literally half of the people in New Japan fucking hate him because he hasn't defended the belt. And if he keeps the belt, he'll be the first time in like over probably like 20 years that the champion hasn't been in G1. And this is gonna piss everybody off. And it's like, all right, fuck it. But I want Naito to win so he could bring the belt back home and everything will be fine. And everything will be right with the world and we can move on from this.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moxley, as a world champion, he barely defends his title anyway. Because when he was AEW champion, I think he barely defended it. When he was WWE champion, he barely defended that. And same with the GCW title.
Okay, the GCW title, yes. The AEW title, no, because he would have fucking title matches for no reason and would piss us off. Because like every other week he would
Okay.
be defending the title. He'd be like, "What the fuck is he defending the title against first for?" Because like people would literally just come out and just bump into him. He's like, "All right, I'll give you a title match." He's like, "What? He didn't even do anything. What are you talking about?" It was just so angering.
Got you. Got you. Okay. And WWE?
Oh, WWE, like they did make him defend the title, but it just was he just became boring after a while. Like it was just so boring that we just kind of blanked out on like him defending the title.
Yeah.
Because I do
I did the
remember
same
him
thing with
have
AEW because I forgot him defending it.
oh yeah, but like I remember him having a one match against Dolph Ziggler, and that was like really strange and weird because he picked Dolph to wrestle. Like oh okay cool.
Mm.
So then we have the Elite, which is the Young Bucks and Okada versus Scissor Ace, the fucking acclaimed and Tanahashi.
The ace of New Japan. I'm gonna go there, Clan. Like, I hate the bitches, bitch, but yeah, they're they're gonna win.
You literally just said, I'm going with the acclaim. I hate the bitches. It just called them bitches. What?
That that's how much I hate the yeah. See, that's how much I hate the elite.
Jesus.
It's gonna be the elite. They're winning, bitch.
Okay. That was hilarious.
That's how much I hate them. You could tell.
And it's bad because, like, I don't want the elite to win, but I see that they're going to win to further the storyline.
Cause blood and guts. Cause remember that's
Yeah.
coming.
hmm So then we have Mercedes Monet versus Stephanie Vaquer.
And once again, like the MJF thing, is that even a question? Like, it's gonna be Monet.
Yeah. Because the title was literally made for her, and they're just like, oh, we're just gonna put it on her now.
Yeah.
So then we have in the Owen Hart Cup tournament, Brian Danielson versus Shingo Takagi.
It's gonna be Brian.
Yeah. So then we get to the main event. For the title, it's going to be Swerve versus Will Ospreay. So who you got?
If it wasn't for tonight, right, I would be
Mm-hmm.
torn and I would say I tap out. Like, I'm not answering it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, like you mentioned earlier, wrestling logic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will came out on top today. He's losing.
Dude, and like that's the only thing that pisses me off about this because like this was literally a match until tonight where it was like I can't call it, I can't call it, and then tonight it's just like no, here it is, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be happy
It,
they swerve us though. But yeah, rest in logic.
yeah, if they swerve us, like this would throw everything upside down because listen, he wins a title, then he's defending both titles against Daniel Garcia on Wednesday.
Yep.
Like shit, like that means Daniel Garcia ain't winning a fucking title. That's the only problem.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Because what I see, right, like
Mm-hmm.
Will's gonna lose on his own. Like he's not gonna get screwed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But then when with his match against fucking Daniel and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
the family's screwing him. Like he's gonna be the loser of it. So
Yes. But like I'm like I want Daniel to win a title and Will Ospreay will win the world title eventually.
yeah.
Like he will win it eventually. So it's all right. So I mean,
Hopefully in Wembley.
I you know what? I'm still kind of torn about that also. I'm torn about that also
Okay.
because like okay, he defends like he wins the title at Wembley, but he wins it from Swerve, right?
Hmm.
But here's the thing: didn't they just have this whole thing with him and MJF?
True.
Like everything is like leading to Wembley, but I don't know how it's leading to Wembley. So this is the one good thing that like AEW has like with Wembley coming up. It's like, hey, we got Wembley coming up. We're so confused right now that you guys don't know what's happening. And it's like, all right, it's like Tony has a storyline. It's like, yeah, this is the story, but we're throwing so much at you that you're in just like disarray. That you're like, oh wait, is this happening or is this happening or is this? But after tomorrow night, we will have a clear cut of okay, this is what's happening at Wembley because like
Or
this
at
is the
least an
first,
idea.
yeah, the first idea. We'll be able to put it together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Any last words?
I'm ready for the fucking Forbidden Door shit.
All right.